Yo, what's up everyone, and welcome to another video. As you can see, today we are back on Factory Simulator, and that's because I spent all of last night and probably a good portion of this morning working on my brand new Compact Tier 4 Obsidian Charm farm. Wow, that was a tongue twister. So originally when I started working on this, I want to say roughly around 2 days ago, my plan was to go ahead and fit basically 4 of these auto farms on my first floor and then put another 4 on the second floor, so that way I had a total of 8. Well, as you can see right here, that has now completely changed, and now I have a total of 8 on just the first floor, and I will have another 8 on top. Plus I will also be able to squeeze in another 4 after I've gone ahead and built the entire thing. But I really just wanted to go ahead and show you what I've done so far. The reason for this is because basically this is the entire build right here. It's not going to get any more complicated than this. And if I kind of stand right here, I'll show you this little section right here is currently making obsidian charms. If I kind of angle my thing right here, you'll see. And I'm actually really proud of this because I feel like it's gotten really compact to the point where I'm feeling extremely good about this. So let me kind of break it down for you guys here. If you remember my last Factory Simulator video, I showed you guys kind of like a quick little snippet on basically being able to stack your ores on top of both the cutter as well as the furnace, which if I kind of angle it over here on the side, you'll be able to see that the furnace is right here next to it. Now for the left one, which has the cutter, honestly, I may redo this, but I'm not 100% sure right now, because if you kind of look right here, you'll notice that there's this extra slab that I probably could have scooted everything up one more and just used 2 of the short conveyors and been able to kind of throw in maybe something to be able to keep everything organized in here. But I'm not too worried about it because it's working perfectly fine right now. Now looking over here on the tungsten side, which is the furnace, because it's kind of off to the side a little bit, I had to go ahead and put a conveyor right here in order for the actual ore to register that it was going to be thrown down into the bottom. But thankfully that worked out very well. Now let's go to the other side, and it's extremely simple. On this side, all I have is a short conveyor right in front of the cutter, another short conveyor on this side, and then this little setup that I showed you guys in my previous video, which is obviously the filtered containers. I make sure that there is an ice gem inside of this one and then 1 lava gem on this side. That way every single time that an ice gem travels through here, it'll be shot into this container, which will then be thrown into this one, and obviously the rest is kind of self-explanatory. The lava will go over to this side and so forth. Now another thing where I kind of made a little bit of an error, and I'm probably going to fix it as well, is this separation right here. Personally, I haven't ran into any problems so far, but I have a feeling that if for some reason these farms do become a lot quicker, I will need to go ahead and add a container box right here in between the separation of both of these assemblers, so that way I don't get too much buildup going on here. But anyways, once you've connected your first assembler to these 3 boxes, the second assembler will go in the back. And then over here for the furnace side, extremely simple, just the press attached to the furnace, another filter container with a straight conveyor in the middle that throws the tungsten plates inside of this container, which then throws it into this assembler, and then the final product gets sent inside of this stack container, which goes to my conveyor into the cell area. Wow, I felt like that was completely unnecessary, and I really didn't need to explain that. You probably could have seen it. But anyways, man, I'm extremely proud of this, and it's working really well. There is probably some minor adjustments that I'll make here and there, but a lot of people have been getting in contact with me asking me if I had a tier 4 Obsidian Charm compact build. So I figured, why not? Let's just go ahead and make a video on this, show you guys in case you want to go ahead and put it into your own bases. And then obviously later on down the road, you guys will see my entire finished product when the entire base is completely full. Now moving up here to my second floor, nothing has really changed. This is currently still making obsidian gems, and it's just because I've spent so much time on the first floor that I've more or less kind of neglected this. But I will more than likely be destroying this entire second floor, including the platforms, because we're going to be moving it down 1 layer, so that way I can squeeze in those 4 extra obsidian charm makers that I was talking about in the start of the video, which should bring up my total to about 20 obsidian charm auto farms running at the same exact time, which is actually insane. Now over the last couple of hours, there's been a couple of different discoveries regarding the splitter containers as well as the chutes, and honestly I really like the idea of it, and it kind of makes me want to do a build that somehow incorporates that. If you guys are in the Discord for the game, you've probably already seen all of the talk about it, and honestly I wish I would have saved the person's name that was kind of sharing this around at first. So let me see if I can find it really quick. Okay, so his name is Imagine Poochie, I think it is, and the entire concept of the thing is like super simple. I'm gonna kind of show it to you guys, but basically go ahead and grab your splitter container. I'm gonna place 2 straight conveyors in front of it, and and then a regular container on the end. Now, right next to it, I'm gonna place a small chute, which you guys can see it right there. And this is basically what happens. So you put your stuff in and it teleports over to the chute, which is kind of crazy considering there's a gap, and technically speaking, you could more than likely do a bunch of crazy things with this. Now, in the video that he shared, he somehow made it 2 blocks away, which is kind of crazy to me, and I haven't been able to successfully do this because every single time that I've tried to do this, I put it in and it just doesn't teleport over. So I'm not sure what he did here in order to make this work, but it's actually pretty crazy, and I wanted to show that to you guys just in case if you want to incorporate it into some of your builds. But you know, huge shout out to him for discovering that. And another thing that I wanted to show you guys before we go ahead and kind of end off the video here, in my last video I showed you guys about the dropper container, and I told you that I wasn't really a big fan of this because you couldn't go really that high. Let me actually rebuild this on my first floor so we can go a little bit higher than that. So as I was saying, let's stack this up as high as we can really go, which I think that's kind of it right there. If we go ahead and grab one of our dropper containers, place this right up here, remove the blocks that are under, and then we try to put something inside. Unfortunately, it doesn't drop down to the conveyor, and this is what was really bothering me about the dropper. Well, in yesterday's video, one of you told me in the comments that I was able to go ahead and grab one of the chutes and place it right at the very end of the dropper, and it will start working no matter how high it is, which I mean, technically speaking, you would kind of need to probably extend the chute a little bit longer, but for the most part, it works at whatever height, or at least as high as you can go in your base. So that's definitely something really cool, and another thing that you guys can probably look into maybe adding into your builds. I know that personally, I might not even rebuild this on my second floor, and I might just work on another project up there. Currently, I'm sitting at 15.3, I think that's quintillion, and honestly, I don't really need the money, at least not for right now until the next content update. So because I'm pretty good on money right now, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do a bunch of different projects and then bring you guys a video on all of those little small and cool trinkets that you guys can put together to create something a lot bigger and a lot more profitable. As always, if you guys have any ideas that you would want me to share in a video, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll definitely take a picture of it and give you guys a shout out. Who knows, maybe we'll be able to even start up like a little series here on the channel where I share all of your really cool creations, as long as obviously they have like really cool mechanics and they're not just basic builds. But yeah, man, I was extremely proud of what I built here, so for that reason I wanted to go ahead and make a video on it, and I am for some reason lagging right now. I think my internet is about to give up on me, and I'd appreciate it if you didn't, man. So anyways, guys, that's gonna go ahead and call it for the video there. Like I said, I just wanted to show you this really quickly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like on it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for all types of different content, and also thank you guys so much for all the support these last couple of days on my factory simulator videos. Seriously means a lot, and we are currently on our way to 45k subs, which is mind-blowing to me. Make sure that you guys go ahead in the description, check out my group as well. We have the brand new shirt, which I am currently wearing, and thank you guys also on the group for getting us to 3,000 members. That's gonna go ahead and do it for me today. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.